goal of this video is to capture what artificial intelligence thinks people look like and believe their problems are in the year 2025. The following interviews were created by artificial intelligence when prompted to portray people with interesting jobs answering the question, what is their biggest problem? As always, a representative sample of answers is shown, including repeats, glitchy answers, and nonsensical answers, so that unfamiliar viewers can become more familiar with the technology.
What is your problem in life?
Time. Apples don't care about my schedule. They ripen when they please, rot when they please. If I miss their moment, all I get is vinegar and regret.
Honestly, people, not in a bad way. Just folks see the bird and they want to touch her or get a selfie 2 inches from her face. They forget she's not a pet. She's a razor with feathers.
Fall in love with things that burn out. Lamps, fireworks, people who go too hard too fast. Make neon for a living. Most of it dies in a couple of years.
I keep wanting everything to stay in perfect order, but bees teach you nothing stays put.
I spend most of my days convincing creatures with stingers not to hate me, and then I come home and can't convince myself of the same thing.
I keep trying to hold heat the way I hold a tool. I want it precise, obedient, but it slides through every gap I leave.
I keep trying to hold on to things that were born to be molten. Kids grow up, friends drift, glass cools.
Volcanic plumes build static like a giant battery. When it discharges, the lightning can fry aircraft avionics or set off gas pipelines miles away.
This volcano wakes fast. If the flank gives way, that river of lava could cut right through the town and the valley.
Dust. One storm and the sensors read a sunrise at midnight. Creeps under seals, clings to charge, and the data goes wild.
What is your problem?
Salt eats metal faster than the tide turns. One storm can pit a gear, seize a bearing, and the whole clock drifts out of truth.
Tides are creeping higher, and the heat steals the water too fast. These ponds used to give us a season, now they give us a month.
What's your biggest problem out here? The ocean won't stay still. It keeps trying to pull everything apart. Lines, anchors, whole rows of crop.
I can hear storms coming before everyone else does. That's good for the job, but lousy for sleep.
Pressure. Down here it's literal, but topside it's just as heavy. It presses on your chest, on your thoughts, until you're sure something's gonna crack.
This reef is dying. Rising heat bleaches the coral, algae smothers it, and the fish that fed the village are leaving.
Darkness. Down here it swallows everything. Sight, time, even your own voice. Spend long enough in it and it starts to echo back at you.
Darkness. Down here, the road just eats headlights. People think they know where the lane is, and then it disappears on them.
Shine. Everywhere you look, the city bounces itself back at you. Sun, headlights, billboards, doesn't matter. It's all glare.
Tickets come back soaked or bent from the dashboards. The reader hates them, has to be coaxed every time.
These barcodes peel up after a few years, edges catch on other books, dust sticks, and the scanner just won't read them.
That back wheel on the cart squeals like a mouse in a coffee can.
Spiders set up shop in these pits. Rain keeps them happy and the glass gets fogged. You can't see the numbers unless you clear it, and I don't fancy putting my face too close.
Too much stillness. These turbines are giants, but if the wind naps, the grid goes hungry. Quiet air costs towns their clean power. I keep wanting the wind to behave.
Wind. Up here it wipes footprints, words, whole nights, like they were never here. Some days it feels like I'm the only thing it leaves behind.
What's your problem out here?
Fresh snow stacks up on these slopes like glass plates. A single vibration and the whole face can give way onto the highway or the village below.
This shelf is fracturing. Warm water eats it from below, cracks race inland, and when a slab the size of a city falls, it can throw a tsunami at the village's down coast.
What is your problem? We are losing centuries of climate memory.
Fragility. Down here, a whole universe of organisms survives by a thread. One warm winter, one careless boot print, and a lineage 3 million years old disappears.
Blocks of city concrete just sit here empty. Old tunnels, sealed basements, miles of dead air. Meanwhile, we import food that travels farther than most people ever do.
Not enough room. Everything's pressed in. People, smoke, horns, bills. You breathe and somebody else is already using the air. The city doesn't stop pushing.
Too much room. Out here, it's valleys after valleys, sky stacked on sky, quiet big enough to get lost in. You drop a word and it doesn't land anywhere.
Not enough room. Everything up here is pressed in. Wires, panels, people shouting from the street, ads shouting from the screens. There's noise stacked on noise.
Honestly, the silence. Out here it swallows everything. When the engine's off and the birds settle, it's just wind and my own heartbeat.
The noise, it's everywhere. Amps, generators, the crowd, the ringing in my ears when the night's done.
Silence. These guys are brilliant at following code, but they don't laugh at my bad jokes or tell me when I look tired. 12 hours in here and the loudest thing is the air filter. Too much universe. Every night this dish pulls in more data than I can catalog before the sun comes up.